it's Lauren Bover, artist here, and today I have a little bit of a speed paint for you. It's nothing too complicated, it's just this little wooden sign that I'm painting for one of my close friends. And I wanted to make a little disclaimer as I'm starting this voiceover. My rabbits are kind of hopping around, and if you hear some noise, it's probably just them being little curious cats, even though they're bunnies. But anyway, so this painting was done on like oval-shaped wood panel, kind of like sliced from a tree. I've never really seen a tree oval shaped like this, so I'm guessing it's artificial, but I could be wrong if there is an oval shaped tree. So what I did is I kind of got some greens out there because I knew I wanted the leaves to be, or the vines, whatever you want to call them, to kind of be like tucked behind the flowers that I'm going to create, but I did draw the circles just to kind of show where the flowers were going to be. So I got 3 greens, acrylic. I believe I use my Arteza acrylics, but if I didn't, they're just like Blick brand. It could be interchanged too because I have the tubes in the same drawer. So it's either Arteza or Dick Blick, like student grade acrylic paints. And from here I'm just like kind of making little vines, evenly placed, spaced together. They're not too like crazy or detailed. Again, I want this to be more simple. I felt like it kind of went better with my friend's minimalistic style for her house and her life, as she is a brand designer. So she's a designer, so like a big thing with designers is like less is more. So I definitely thought that in this piece that less is more. And if you guys are at all curious about who she is, I'll leave her website link below. She owns a design business called Candor Creative, and in this business she does branding consulting, so she can do like logos, websites, help you kind of like navigate how to like post on social media and like find your brand. And she really knows what she's doing. She did my logo personally, which I'm sure you've seen on my page, on my Instagram and all that. And she's given me advice like countless times on how to navigate this business of being an artist. So she's a really amazing source if you are an artist or any other business that you may own. Again, amazing source. You should check her out. Look at her website, look at her portfolio, and see what things she's done in the past, or even is working on now. She's really active and an amazing creative person, and it's cool to support, a small local business. So I just checked on Pumpkin, and that was her running away. She was digging, I don't know to where, under my bed. I don't know, can't tell you. But anyway, back to what I was saying. What was I saying? I was talking about design, Candor Creative. Excuse that little water drop. That's my drink water. I'm like so squirreled today. I should not be talking on this. But design, Candor Creative Designs is an amazing business, and you really should check it out. And this little painting is in the owner of that company's house. And now I'm adding in yellow and orange. And what I tried to do at first was kind of add yellow onto like, so basically orange and yellow split, and then like yellow on one half of the paintbrush and orange on the other half of a flat brush, and just kind of use the brush to kind of create the shape of the brush and like the whimsy flicky, like, like not straight edges, organic But it ended up not, like, the yellow just wasn't working out for me, so I think I just went in there with some orange and then layered yellow, orange, and it ended up turning out pretty good. Like I said, pretty simple, what I wanted it to be. So there's 6 marigolds and then the 2 vines, and then I'm pretty sure it's been a few days since I've done this, but I'm pretty sure I inked with pen the little pencil sketch that I have that says the White House. I believe in this video I don't have me thickening up the lines, because I did thicken up the lines. You'll be able to see in the thumbnail though. I also just texted her and asked her if she had a picture of the sign in her house so I can maybe put it up, but we will see. I don't want to guarantee anything. So I guess I wanted to talk a little bit about making art for people, and like when I do it and when I like don't do it. So this piece in particular was like a housewarming gift, so I wanted, like, I got her a few other things because she's one of my really close friends, but I also wanted something that was really like personalized, and I knew that I wouldn't be able to find it unless I like commissioned somebody or I made it myself, and I felt like I had the time to make it myself. What I don't like when, you know, as artists, people will say like, oh, you can make me that, or you can do that. It's like, yeah, I can, but we need to like have a contract and, you know, talk about it. Like, just because you're my family or you're my friend doesn't mean that you're entitled to my work for free, or you're entitled to anything. Recently there's been like kind of, I don't know, some people in my life that think that, like, because they're related to me, or because they're friends with me, or because they're like, you know, they know me, that I will just make them things and gift it to them without them purchasing it, and that's not the case. I believe personally, like, if I'm commissioning like one of my friends, or I'm, you know, commissioning an artist or anything, but specifically one of my friends, I'm going to pay them, but also, like, because they're my friend, like, I would give them extra, you know what I mean? Like, it's like a tip, like, you're my friend, I love you, like, here's an extra $20. So, like, I had, like, 2 completely different, like, experiences selling things, like, during the holidays. Like, I was commissioned to do some ornaments for, actually, a friend of the design Candor Creative Designs owner, to paint ornaments for her, and she was like, oh girl, I'm gonna pay you double, you did an amazing job. And that's like, I feel like that's the energy that if you know somebody who's an, oh, here I go with the pen, just an FYI. But anyway, so that's the energy that like artists and relatives of artists or friends of artists should like give to them, like, because you know that they're struggling, you know that they're, you know, trying to figure out their way, and you should be supporting them, if that makes sense at all. But I just felt like especially like in this age of like you know, acceptance, but also people are more likely to express their, like, you know, disapproval, or I think disapproval is the correct word. Disapproval of you going into the arts, or you like wanting to pursue art as a career, or you just like painting and selling it, or are you, you know, designing things and going into a creative field like this. It's hard to kind of, you know, you get those really supportive people, but then you get infatuated on the people who don't support you, and you think like, oh my god, like I don't understand, like why you care so much, or like why are you so affected by this, or like why do you think that just because you're related to me, that you're friends with me, that you deserve to have my artwork for free, you know what I mean? So finding that balance of like letting go of that like toxic, you know, energy, and that negative energy of like, I'm your family member, so like I don't gotta pay, is critical to being an artist, you know what I mean? So like, if you are stuck up on this person in your life who thinks that they're entitled and they're like have bad things to say about your art, and they're always like turning a nose up at you and think that they're better than you, what you gotta focus on is the people in your life who are supportive of you and who do, you know, like support your artwork and support you and are encouraging of you and show up to every show and show up to your events, like your open studios, or come to your gallery openings and commission you for work. Not the people who are like, hey, look at this drawing, I want you to do it for me, and then you do it and they're like, thanks, and you're like, oh. So even if it's a family member, like, you really got to think about doing a contract and spelling out like, okay, I can do this, but here's the price that I have to do it at, or I would be expecting for doing this for you, just so that you know, it's spelled out. And again, I'm using this video to talk about it, but the person who I made this for did not ask me for it. It was a gift, and again, anything that I gift to somebody is obviously not expected to be paid for. But like, if you know, you make a comment like, oh, I wouldn't pay for this, or like, oh, you like had to pay for something like this, it's not okay. Like, there's so much negativity in the world that not only that artists go through, but everyday people go through. Why would you, as a relative of an artist or as a friend of an artist, want to put more negative energy out into the world? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm saying like a whole bunch, but I feel like it's just a common thing that artists, like, everybody knows artists are gonna see some backlash, and like, oh, you're going to the arts, like, oh, you gotta pay for that, and you know, it's a thing, and it's something that I feel like is getting better in this day and age. But knowing that, and like, I feel that's common knowledge. I feel like everybody knows that. Knowing that and still choosing to be negative and not supportive and making rude comments to people that you love or in your family is wrong. It's not okay. So, as I know, if you're watching this video, you probably don't make those comments and you probably don't, you know, deal with those things, but maybe you have to deal with people saying this to you as an artist, because I'm guessing a majority of you watching this are artists. What I would say is, you know, frick the haters, but most importantly is focus on the people in your life who are supportive. Of course there's gonna be a couple people who are drinking that haterade, you know, and not being kind or supportive of what you're doing, but the best thing to do is kind of focus on the people who are supportive of you, like those people who show up to every event, those people who are commenting on all your Instagram posts, those people who are sharing your Facebook posts, those people who are commissioning you. Think about those people and be thankful for them, and focus your energy on them, and you won't even have time to focus your energy on that one person in your life who has something negative to say about you all the time, that doesn't like what you're doing. So that's like what I like the New Year resolution things. I know they can be like a little bit basic, I guess is the word. I'm not 100% sure if that's the word I want to use, but that's what I'm going to use. A little basic, but I think it's like a cool time in the new year to be like, you know what, I'm leaving that behind. So in 2020, I, as an artist, am choosing to only have people close to me in my life who are supportive of my artwork, who like and share my content, who, you know, don't expect me to paint things for free, think that my work is valuable, think that my skill is valuable, that my talent, I hate the word talent, but my talent is valuable. And those are the people that I want to be in my life this year, and I want to build healthier and stronger relationships with. I don't want to work on building healthier and stronger relationships with people who already are not healthy and strong to me in the first place. You know what I mean? They're not healthy to me. They're negative, they're toxic, and I don't want to work on building those relationships. So like when those people are confused as to why like I'm not putting effort into them and I don't want to spend my time with them, it's, you know, it's a choice that was made not by me but by them and how they are acting. So again, from me as an artist who's kind of like dealing with this inner thought process, this inner, like, I guess I don't want to say dilemma, but kind of just let it go. Like, we as artists don't have the energy. We are always tackling on a project, another project, another project, another project, and we don't have the energy to deal or be sucked of the energy, the positive energy that we have with the negative energy of another person. You know what I mean? So like, it's just time to let it go. Like Elsa said, just let it go. And as I wrap up here, I hope that you guys all let it go and do what makes you happy as an artist, and keep creating, keep creating, keep creating, and don't let what other people say about you or your work and your value determine whether you create or not. So this is pretty much what the final piece looks like. Marigolds and some leaves. I mean, it took a pretty long time, but it has a lot of layers on it and a lot of like little details that I went back and tickled in, but I was pretty happy with it, and it's hanging up in her house now, so I'm really happy that she liked it. But again, check out Candor Creatives, link down below, and make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, do all those silly YouTube things that exist, and down below is my Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, all that fun social media for you to stay tuned with what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. Bye, y'all!